Hey, welcome in Friday edition of the Lowdown, presented by Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store. Glad to be with you and can't wait to get to my game tonight. Yeah, I got a good one. Trotwood Madison, an 11 seed, I believe. Maybe they're a 13. Actually, I think they are a 13. Playing at Tippecanoe, number 3 in its region. Matt Burbacher and the Red Devils. I'll be on the sidelines tonight at Tip taking in that game. Where else will PressProsMagazine.com be? Well, we've got a 4-5 game that involves the Coldwater Cavaliers. Braylon Harlemer, quarterback, outstanding last week. Cavs still trying to get to the return of Marcel Blasingame, your MAC Player of the Year. Marcel's broken leg that he suffered in a win at Versailles, still keeping him on the sidelines, but he was on the treadmill last week. And if Coldwater can get by Huron this week, then we're looking at some really interesting possibilities for Coldwater, as they would be matched up in the regional semifinals against the top seed in their region. Where else are we tonight? Well, in Central Ohio, we've got one of these really intriguing games. You know, you get into the NCAA tournament, and first game goes by, no big deal. First seed almost always beats a 16. Then they run into the 8-9 game in the second round. And in the case of top-seeded Dublin Jerome and 8th-seeded Olentangy Liberty, that's the game our Steve Blackledge will be covering tonight at Jerome. Now, Jerome is 9-2, top seed. You'd think no problem. Olentangy Liberty started the season 0-3, but wow, the Patriots have really come on since then, and they are playing great. And they have wins over teams with the same kind of profile as Dublin Jerome. They've got a win over New Albany. They've got a win over Upper Arlington. They've got a win over another 8-3 team. So Liberty's not going to be the least bit afraid to go into Jerome and try to get that win tonight. So those are the games that we're covering tonight, but that's not it for our weekend, because we've got a lot going on. On Saturday, we have the Shelby MAC Regional in girls volleyball Division 4. Shelby, meaning that Fort Loramie, representing the Shelby County League, and MAC, meaning Midwest Athletic Conference, represented by New Bremen. That's a matchup for a berth in the state Final Four in Division 4 girls volleyball. And then in Division 3, Versailles, man, I hate to talk about this because Saturday's just going to be like, there's no middle ground, right? Versailles has lost in the regional finals each of the last 3 years to Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. This time, Versailles is back in the regional finals at Trent Arena in Fairmont, but no Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. They moved up to Division 2, but there's always a parochial school blocking the path of a public school, isn't there? And this time it is Cincinnati Summit Country Day. They have 2 really phenomenal hitters on the front line for Cincinnati Summit Country Day. But boy, Versailles showed a ton of versatility the other night in sweeping past Cardington Lincoln. So I do not count the Tigers out. And what a perseverance story that would be if the Tigers, after losing 3 straight years in the regional finals, would get to the Nutter Center and the state volleyball Final Four. State football finals, of course, are the first weekend in December, which brings me to my reminder that Lehman's Hardware and Old Time General Store is just 4 miles off of Route 30 when you're headed to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. You can enter to win that $50 gift card. We're running it on the crawl for you to tell you how easy that is. Go to pressproscontest@gmail.com and fill out the information, and we will draw a winner at the end of the month of November, which will put that gift card in your hand in time to get to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium with some nice Lehman's swag in the trunk of your car. Lehman's, the perfect place to find the hardest to buy for person on your gift list. The item they will rave about. It's a tech store. It's an old-timey store. It's a kitchen store. It's a hardware store. It's a dry goods store. It's an antique store. It's unlike any other retail experience you've ever experienced. Check it out online right now, lehmans.com. Order and use the promo code PressPros10. You get 10% off. So that'll do it for this edition of the Lowdown. See you tonight at Tip if you're going to that game. Maybe Sunny folks will see you at Coldwater. Maybe Steve Blackledge will see you at Jerome. We want to wish all of our teams good luck tonight. We're getting into the nitty-gritty of the high school football season. We will be 1/3 of the way through the playoffs after tonight. And you never, ever have to worry about a paywall at PressProsMagazine.com. We make all our content free to you, and we encourage you to share it around the state so more people can come to love high school sports the way that we do. We also cover the Dayton Flyers. We'll be on their football game tomorrow, their basketball team, Ohio State basketball, Ohio State wrestling, Ohio State baseball, Ohio State football. Our Mark Snyder will be in Evanston tomorrow for that beatdown. So The site where you know you're going to get all the information on all the teams you care most about and never pay for it is PressProsMagazine.com. Have a great Friday. See you soon.